Welcome to What's Growing at CMC, the weekly segment where I, Daniel,
and I, Talasha, share with you about some of the ways God is at work at College Mennonite Church.
Al Peachy shared a picture of Carolyn and John Hertzler.
They put in some volunteer time at Little Eden so that, in Al's words, people like Al could enjoy some Onekama golfing.
Dick Oyer wants to express his gratitude to his church family for prayers after he fell in May.
He is doing well now, well enough to care for his 2 garden plots and flower beds,
which you will see pictures of soon.
Catherine sent a picture of the mushrooms that she discovered in her fairy garden.
And Meet Me in the Garden continues to bring great groups of people together.
Last week, you saw a few pictures of the fort that Trevor built in his backyard.
He proudly showed it to his Sunday school teacher, Rose, when she visited him the other week.
Rose and the rest of her team were dropping off snacks and happy, sad faces for the children in their Sunday school class.
A few days after those visits, the group gathered on Zoom to eat their snacks together.
They used their happy and sad faces to share with each other.
This community sharing and prayer was a favorite part of Sunday school for these children, and they were excited to have a way to do it again.
Thank you to all of the creative people who are giving opportunities for community and formation for children and youth these days. Speaking
of formation, David has something great going on Wednesdays.
Every Wednesday from 3 to 4 p.m., David has a show on Radio Horizonte.
This is during peak airtime, so there's some great outreach happening every week during this hour.
Each week, David centers input and music around a topic.
These topics range from life issues to family to Bible stories.
3,000 or 4,000 people tune in each week for the radio show.
Plus more through online streaming and Facebook.
David shares that the mission is to share the gospel, give our church a community presence, present engaging topics, share good music, pray for the community, and invite people to CMC.
And that's a big mission. But if you've ever been around David for an hour, you'll know that for him, this can be done.
Guess what?
You are invited to come here today.
To the church.
In person.
Together.
It's our September in-person event.
This month, it's Church Family Field Day.
So come at or before 4 o'clock.
Before you come, check your temperature, make sure you feel healthy.
And when you arrive, mask up, check in, sanitize your hands.
If you've been collecting coins, bring those along.
We are making a time-lapse video of all the coins being poured in.
If you want to be a spectator, then bring your own chair to sit in.
If you want to participate in the challenge, bring your bubble of 2 or more people.
Your bubble will be assigned to a parking spot, and if you arrive on time, you can decorate your spot with some sidewalk chalk.
Once all these bubbles or all these teams arrive and are in place, we will let the games begin.
Daniel has thought up challenges based on the stories that we've had so far in our worship series.
Baylor and Xavier have also agreed to a special challenge.
The thing we probably miss most about My Coins Count this year is watching the 2 of them carry the container full of coins out of worship each week.
So, they are going to keep that tradition going, but in a new way. We will all get to watch them carry all the coins across the parking lot.
And of course, there will be a challenge for all of you involved in that game as well.
The more coins you bring, the more fun this will be.
We have been working on designing this event to be safe for all involved.
We may not be doing all the same things as we have done before,
but we are developing new ways of being together that allows us to be a community that cares for each other.
Speaking of that,
mark your calendar for October 4, 2 weeks from today.
We are going to have worship on the lawn.
That date happens to be Goshen College's Homecoming,
and World Communion Sunday.
and Feast of Tabernacles.
So, we're combining all that into one.
Bring a tent because it's Feast of Tabernacles.
Or a picnic blanket or another temporary structure to mark out your household's space.
And bring your own communion elements, bread, juice, etc.
Come between 9 and 9:30 to set up your space on the front lawn.
We are pre-recording this worship service.
And we're renting a Jumbotron so we can all watch and participate in it together.
All kinds of new things to try in these coming weeks.
We look forward to seeing your eyes this afternoon.
And until then, remember,
God was, God is, and God will be.
thanks be to God.
The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God. Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God.